What is up, Algo fam? Welcome back to the Frugal Beastly live stream. We are looking at Algo news, Algo news, HBAR news, near protocol news, all kinds of other crypto news, and all that good stuff. And besides that, we are also on Kick today. So we're going to be trying out Kick, a brand new thing we're trying here on the channel, just to see how that goes. So I may be checking that out. I don't know if I'll have any viewers. I don't have any followers on there yet. So, but it'll be up there. Something we're going to try. But we got a great show for you today. All kinds of cool stuff, including some good news about Algorand and Algorand's price, which is nice to see finally after so long of having nothing but bad news. Now it's minor news, but it's not only moving up in price, but it's improving in the coin market cap rankings. We haven't seen that in a while, so very good to see. Actually, regained quite a bit of position. Of course, we'll always look at the ASA charts, and we got a new thing that we're going to be adding to the show, looking at TVL comparisons on DeFi Llama. So we're going to add a little section on that. We're going to talk about how Hedera is powering health software. I got a little video to show you with that, so that's going to be really fun. Algorand powered CashDillo connects AlgoFam with vetted nonprofits. We're going to look at this cool new dApp and how that is working. Get crypto. Can you get crypto from just buying the green? That's right. This crypto platform aims to do just that, getting you to get crypto every time you refill your stash there. Not condoning or condemning either one, so just to be clear about that. And is Alcomon done? Did it rug? Or is it just taking a little break? We're going to give you the breakdown on what happened with Alcomon. Did a little research and did not get a response from them, but looks like they've responded on Discord, so we will look at that. And Binance SEC reaching a deal, apparently. We're going to take a look at that news. That could be good news for crypto. Might be why some of the prices are starting to come back a little bit. And we're going to look at BlackRock working on a Bitcoin ETF. Also, could Gary Gensler get the axe? We're going to add that to our little segment there. And we're going to follow that up by talking a little bit about Fractal Monsters and their new PayPay and Coop promotions, particularly around PayPay. I've been earning a little PayPay on Fractal Monsters. Doesn't really cost you anything. We'll talk more about that when we get to that. Hope everyone is doing well out there. And any over-unders on whether I get any viewers on Kick today? I have no followers. I'm following one person, Miss Teen Crypto, because I recognize her from Twitter, and her stream happened to be going, so I popped in, said hi quick, and followed her. So I have at least one channel I'm following, but I don't know if any guys use Kick. I'd be curious what you have to say in the comments. So let me know. Otherwise, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, I really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button as well as hit the like button. Neither one of them do you have to smash. You can just press it gently. One of the things I like to say on this. Comments are always appreciated. Feel free to comment at any time. I try to answer all questions on the channel when I can, so keep that in mind. I will usually take a break between news items to address any questions or comments. And super chat's always appreciated, but you're always happy just to hang out and not super chat too. So, and if you want to look cool like me, you can check out the merch link in the tab. If you're watching on replay, I know you guys aren't now, but if you guys are watching on replay, I try to tag the hat in the description, or there's t-shirts and stickers and all kinds of fun things like that. You can check that out in the merch tab. Otherwise, welcome everybody. Got some viewers on YouTube, no viewers on Kick yet, and I really want to I'd love it if you guys want to leave in the chat when you think I'm going to get my first viewer on Kick today, or if it'll even happen. I don't have a contest or anything. I've heard nothing but bad things about people trying to do giveaways, like getting the wrong person or all kinds of stuff like that. So. But we'll just make it a fun. It'll be bragging rights for you. If you want to try to guess when I'll get my first Kick viewer, haven't gotten one yet, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's get into the charts. Oops, actually, I'm going to pull up. Not a bad week for cryptocurrency, to be honest. We could be looking a lot worse. Let me just share this really quick. I just want one viewer on Kick. That's all. Total market, by the way, is up 1%. So we're seeing a little bit of a recovery. Bitcoin up 3% on the day, on the 7 day now, and it rose a little bit in the 24 hour, up in that close to 27 range. Some of you got that. Hopefully, I took advantage of that little spot to buy some $25,000 Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to see it that low after this bear market, so keep that in mind. It'll probably the new general low will probably be, actually, it might be like the all-time low following the next bull cycle. Like that might be the furthest it dips down is 25, 28. We'll see. Just based on past performance, I'm not calling my shot because you never really know. Yeah, XRP and Cardano not doing so well, but then Solana up, Dogecoin up a tad. So kind of interesting. Things are sort of all over the place. Polygon down, Polkadot and Litecoin kind of holding on the week. Shiba Inu is up. Still got a tiny little moon bag of Shiba Inu. Wrap Bitcoin doing a little bit up. Same with Unisat Leo. Cosmos still down 2%. I think Cosmos. I'm not telling you what to do, but I might put a little extra money into Cosmos. That's just been one of my favorites. In terms of pure price, in functionality, the fact that you can stake it for like 20% on the Kepler wallet is pretty nice. Still no kick viewers. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one today. 5% OKB. Ethereum Classic up a little bit. Stellar down. ICP recovering nicely after taking quite the dip, as I recall. Bitcoin Cash up. Filecoin, Little DAO. Aptos probably the best of those at 10%. Hedera just down a little bit on the week now. We're sitting below 5 cents. Hedera is one of our favorites here on the channel. Coronas up a little bit. Arbitrum up a little bit more. Quant is slightly down. Under sub $100 Quant. Haven't seen that in a while. $1.23 near. It's going back up a little bit after dipping. VeChain down almost 5%. And the graph a little bit. Algorand up 3%. Now this is kind of nice to see. And if you've seen the chart behind me, we actually had a flash crash to below 9 cents, but a really light candle, so it didn't last very long. Really dipped more solidly, still stayed above 10 cents. But doing pretty well considering. I mean, stacks behind it is up 14%. And check it out, a number 42. I like to see that. I like to see that it's in number 42. Remember, it had been at 45, 46. I mean, I thought we were going to lose the top 50 at some point there. So nice recovery from Algorand, probably owing to some other coins not doing so hot, like ApeCoin and such. Render token is up. I'm trying to think of which ones were. I'm really not sure which ones it overtook. I think Stacks had been ahead of it. Well, probably not, because that's at like 13%. Was Rocket Pool ahead of it for a little while? Maybe a Multiverse and ApeCoin were. So ApeCoin's fallen a lot. That's like 8%. I think that's why it recovered the way it did. So one other thing I just want to see, who did the best. It's not going to restart me, so let's see. Just give me a second here. Trust Wallet did the best at up almost 30%, followed by Sui. I've been hearing a little bit about Sui at 18%. Stacks 13, Maker 12.5. That's at a 54 market cap. Frax Share 11%, Aptos 10%. So don't exactly have top 10. We actually were in the top 10 a few days ago. Algorand was for increases. It was actually up like 7 or 8%. Now, of course, that's a lot different, but you know what? I'm happy to see Algorand turning things around a little bit. Hopefully, that sticks around like that. Well, let's go to In case you're keeping track at home, no viewers on Kick yet, but we'll see. I'll be patient with it. Now it's just kind of a game, right? So Vestige is giving it more like 3% up. I think it was like under 3 that CoinMarketCap had. Not sure why those are different. Yeah, Chip's having a really good 7-day, as well as DeFi token. Opulus doing all right. Coop Coin, not so much, sitting at almost 5 cents. But when you consider this, that Coop was created, what, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago? That's actually pretty good. Vestige down a little bit on the 7-day. Votecoin down. I don't have percentage for you because they only give 21 hour and 24 hour. I wish it was 24 hour and 7 days. I've said that numerous times, but yeah, Bank is doing all right. Akita Inu back up. I've been seeing a little more about Akita lately, despite, previously it had been pretty much ignored. You didn't hear much about it for a long time. People just weren't really talking about it that much, but suddenly they are again. Yieldy down a bit. And, we talked about Yieldy plenty of times. I mean, there was a time when it was, 2-3 cents. And those days are gone. Cosmic Gold at about 1 cent. By the way, you had to opt into the new version of Cosmic Gold because the old one, a wallet that held a whole bunch of Cosmic Gold, got hacked and was sold off and crashed the price of the coin. And basically, they just decided to start over. Let's see here. Oh, you did not just reset on me. Oh, here we go. All right, now a new thing that we're going to start doing, DeFi Llama. And as you know, the main coins I cover are Algorand, Hedera, and Near on this channel, the main altcoins. So I wanted to take a look at this chart, and it's very interesting right now. Can I change I can't change the timeline from what I can see, but most recently, Algorand is leading the 3 in terms of TVL with 120 million in US dollar, followed by Near at 34 and Hedera at 27. So Algorand leading the charge in those. And maybe I'll start adding more. So when I started, I had Ethereum on here. Just to put this in perspective, it starts you with Ethereum and a couple others, and I kept Ethereum just to see. Everything else looks like a flat line compared to Ethereum because the Ethereum TVL is so much higher. So if you want to know why people are building on Ethereum, it's because of the network effect. And the TVL really shows you that. It shows you just how many transactions are going on in Ethereum. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's really interesting because you see Hedera starting to tick up, and it's kind of working its way up a little bit. Algorand sort of fluctuating, but kind of, I don't know, what would you say, steady? And then Near had this big spike between last April and October, before of last year, where the TVL was through the roof, and then it dropped off. I really don't know what happened or why that is. If you have an idea, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat below. As always, you're more than welcome to leave chats and comments, and I talk about them later on in the show. That's a new thing I wanted to try, is to do DeFi Llama and just kind of see how it would look. I think it's interesting to keep track. Maybe not every week, maybe once a month we'll look at it or something. I haven't really decided yet, but it's interesting to see how much usage is going on in these networks. Maybe I'll add new cryptos too. I just had the 3 on this one, so I might add some more to that. Okay. Guys, just a reminder, if you have not hit the like and subscribe button yet, I'd love it if you do so. You don't have to smash it, just press it gently. Always appreciated. And nope, still waiting for our first viewer on Kick. So that's our ongoing thing today. We're trying a new platform to see if kind of expand the Frugal BC audience again. But first, someone has to actually view it. So I just want to see if I can get a viewer. It's always the case when you're starting off on a new platform. Like if I just streamed on YouTube for the first time with a channel of 0 subscribers, I probably wouldn't have any views either. Although YouTube's pretty good. They usually find you 1 or 2 people that might be interested. Well, anyway, I got some good news about Hedera Health. Apparently, and this is partially through a partnership with Coinbase, but it's talking about blockchain technology solving real world problems, particularly Hedera powered health software. So I'm going to show you this video. Give me just a second here. By the way, I don't like the way they do these videos, but
by making more data readily available to public health. Hi, I'm Jim. I'm the founder of Acor. We're using blockchain technologies to verify health data. So as someone who has worked in public health, I can tell you honestly, our health data is a mess. It's fragmented, siloed, and often not even digitized. Public health organizations are really missing important information that could lead to improved population-wide outcomes. With Acor technologies, health organizations can cryptographically verify data access and exchange, as well as prove the authenticity of the data source. By making more data readily available to public health systems, we are improving the return on our resources, as well as the impact on the public health system.
so that's a really cool thing that's being done on Hedera. It's kind of interesting that they say the blockchain, because technically Hedera is not a blockchain, but let's just take a look at this site, because I think this stuff is really cool. I'm a big fan of like solving real world problems, and so I just like that this company seems to be doing this. Okay, healthcare made simple and accessible. Experience healthcare like never before with Acor's blockchain-powered health software. We put you first with our user-friendly healthcare technology, delivering real-time data insights and analytics so you can get the most out of your data. Sounds like a good idea. If we go to partners, there's the Hedera logo right there. So, strategic partner to develop dedicated Hedera practice, Acor and R Media. Let's just read through this. Acor, the developer of multiple Hedera-enabled technologies such as Hashlog, Hashload, RightsHash, today announced a strategic relationship with the global integrator and software and services provider R Media, a 5-time Inc. 5000 awardee and long-term solution provider to the U.S. government, federal government. Beyond scaling support for Acor products to meet market demands and meeting our media's growing needs for distributed ledger technology expertise. By the way, that's what they call Hedera. Both organizations see the partnership as a significant mutual commitment to increase the developer pool and enterprise application development resources for the entire Hedera community. So this is what I like to see with blockchain, with anything, and I'm just using blockchain in generally because it's a pain in the butt to say blockchain plus distributed ledger technology like the hash graph. But so it's sort of a shorthand, okay? But the point is, I really like these real world solutions, these positive developments, and I've long said that there's something about Hedera that these traditional companies see that they really, really like about Hedera. The fact that Google, LG, IBM, they all thought this was worthwhile enough to actually run a node and be on the governing council of Hedera. This is one of the big reasons why I'm bullish on Hedera, why I think it's worthwhile investing in it. Again, not have financial advice. I'm not telling you what to invest in, but I'm telling you this is why I'm investing in it, because I think I have a strong suspicion that Hedera is going to be a really, really adopted technology. The hash graph is going to be an adopted technology by a lot of these companies. it looks like they see something that maybe others don't, or they definitely see something that they think is worthwhile that they haven't seen in other cryptos. And you see partnerships for sure, but something about Hedera, the fact that their governing council is full of like big name companies already, I think we're going to see good things. And this is one example. I really like to see this kind of stuff. So kudos to Hedera on that. Let's see, getting some more viewers here. Still no viewers on Kick. We're just gonna get one. I swear. I swear we're gonna get one. You guys are really quiet today. I can never really tell what the difference is. Some days my comments are like going off, and others days everyone's really quiet. So that's cool. All right, this next one is really cool. This is about a company called CashDillo, and what they're doing is making a platform for vetted nonprofits, so they can do the work of making sure these nonprofits have been vetted first, and then they can have campaigns where you can help donate and feel like you're really making a real world impact. So let's take a look at this one. This one was shared via the foundation. It said, "Welcome giving platform CashDillo to Algorand Magnet. CashDillo connects the Algo fam with vetted nonprofit projects focused on reforestation and community development in Kenya, Nigeria, Niger, and beyond." Talk about real world impact. Fisty face. Okay. Those look pretty cool though. Let's take a look at this. There's a little more to this story here. Giving platform CashDillo launches and aims to raise $300,000 in algo for impact projects in Africa. So you can kind of get a sense of what the platform looks like. And let's just take a really. I'm going to pull this up too, so we'll get a sense of what. CashDillo turns a handful of algo into impact and seeks out reliable partnerships in the urgent battle to mitigate climate change. Algo fam. We need your algo to support vital reforestation and community projects across Africa. That's interesting because I've been listening to a lot of people talk about climate impacts. And one of the best things you can actually do for poorer regions, according to Bjorn Longo, or however he said his name, he kind of put together this list of like 12 things that you can do that have the most impact for the least amount of money. Like the whole thing, I think, is $36 billion, which sounds like a lot. But for the impact it has, like everything has like a huge multiplier effect. And one of the best things you can do to mitigate the challenges of the impacts of climate change is to simply raise poverty levels so that people aren't poor, because the poor are going to disproportionately suffer from this. This is what he's saying anyway. I'm just telling you. So here's what it looks like. Let me share the tab here. Fund financing and fund transformative ideas. I like the layout of this website. It looks like something people would want to actually use. So I give them big credit on that, because a lot of crypto sites are just kind of awful looking. Let's just look at. I'm going to go explore campaigns. Let's just look at some of these. Look at the top three here. So you can revitalize Sahara Arabic gum forest in Niger. Our project will improve and increase the resilience of natural forests and agroforestry landscapes. Interesting. It looks like he's holding a piece of Arabic gum right there. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to go into the details here, but I don't know what the 90, 85, 70, I don't know what that is too. We'll take a look for a second. Support community nurseries near Mount Kenya, I'm guessing. Interesting. An ongoing project by a small but tenacious Kenyan NGO focused on landscape reforestation and improving something. And this one is to train Algorand developers in Nigeria. So actually, that kind of goes to what I was saying. If you can train these people to be developers, they can possibly, start projects where they might earn a living, or maybe work for a company. That being said, like maybe just training developers in general would be a more. Let's just take a look more. Mangrove conservation on climate change, drone project to reforest and generate income. Interesting. Citizen waste collection and upcycling. Very interesting. So there's not too many. Okay, they show you how much they've made, and then there's how much time is left. So it looks like the best one so far is the community nurseries made 2.1% of its goal. Let's take a look at that. Here's what it looks like. Well, this is kind of cool. So they give you kind of the description here, and then here's like the how close it is. I'm guessing that's an algo. Is this campaign a reforestation project? Why don't you're supposed to tell me that. Cost per unit 80 cents. The results will be 1,400 trees planted, and that is in the Zucchini Forest in Kenya. So and then they kind of list the goals: climate action, life on land, and decent work and economic growth. That's very interesting. What is the whale tank? I'm just curious what the whale. Oh, this is like some voting that's going to come soon. Okay. ESG clients, how it works, FAQ. We're kind of talking about how this starts. Like basically, you just provide all the information, set your goal, tell your story, and then you get a campaign page, and you can accept donations, which is kind of what we see. So they apparently make it really, really easy. The cool thing is you can just kind of donate directly to this, and it sounds like it's a pass through, so you don't have to go through all the company's government systems, because this is one of the huge issues in sending aid to other countries is the level of corruption. And it's something Bjorn actually talked about too. The level of corruption is so high in some of these countries that it's really, really hard to get the help that you're giving to the actual people. So it sounds like this kind of cuts out the middleman, and you can send those payments right to the people who need them. That's really cool. Actually, I might donate a little bit and do kind of maybe I'll do a follow up to see how it went. So we'll keep tracking that. I don't know if any of you guys find that interesting, but kind of like the feeling of helping some people out over there. I think that sounds like a good thing to do. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the better projects that came along on Algorand. One of the ones I can feel good about. That and the disaster relief wallets, the care wallets. I think those are really great. Let's see, no viewers on Kick. I was really hoping. Just one. What'll probably happen is like people will watch the replay, maybe. Can you get? All right, so this next one is really interesting. Can you get actual crypto just for buying your daily dose of green medicine? We'll call it that for the rest of the show. One crypto company apparently is hoping to do just that. Let's see what this one's all about. I don't know if by the way, I don't know if guys, if I've ever gone half an hour and not had at least one chat in here, but interesting. Okay. So today Grammo is launched in the Algorand blockchain. Use a little bit of passive voice there. I should say Grammo. We launched Grammo. Buy cannabis, receive crypto rewards. That is wild. So it's a blockchain-based platform specifically designed for CBD and cannabis-related retail outlets. This is the guide. So let's look at the rest of the guide. So where at Tiny Man? I'm guessing they're saying with the actual. Well, first off, when that was June 18th, and we are know this 19th, so it should be up now. In fact, we can take a look in a second. And they got it on Tiny Man. Also, apparently you can get it directly on their launch website. And isn't that stuff illegal? I can't remember. So there's an LP. The project will add substantial liquidity to the LP Grammo algo at the starting rate of 1 Grammo equaling 5 algo cents, basically, which is like less than a penny right now. Grammo is a utility token according to MiCA legal framework of the EU. That means Grammo is not a speculative or payment asset. It's a a utility token. So cannabis shops, but it's going to have value. So interesting. Shops use Grammo to reward their customers. Customers use Grammo to acquire discounts, merchandising, etc., etc. So apparently you'll be able to get Grammo. And you go to your cannabis shop, you'll buy your green medicine, and they're going to use, and then you'll get rewards in Grammo, and then that'll get you some discounts or merchandising and other stuff. So you have your pair. Well, look at that smoke go. Oh, is this going to get me kicked off of YouTube? I don't know. Important, if you participated in any airdrop and wish to buy ASAP, please use a fresh wallet. All wallets used in airdrops are frozen to prevent false launches. We will start unfreezing them immediately upon launch. Don't forget to opt in. Risks. Participating in launch carries risks. Several bots on Algorand blockchain might be ready to buy in the same block as the launch once liquidity is added. Expect high volatility and fluctuations. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can check out more. So their website is crypto-grammo.io, and you can learn all about that. I want to go to their website. This is really interesting. Well, first, let's go to Tiny Man. So give me just a second to pull this up. All right, so I pulled it up. Here it is. How much does one algo buy me? One algo only buys me 3 Grammo. So apparently it went up quite a bit in price. Because one algo is worth 3 Grammos is worth about 3 cents. That definitely is more than they listed it at. Let's see what Vestige has to say about the price. Oh yeah, here it is. Now it's down 3% now. Let's just look at what the price did here. Yeah, it really skyrocketed after launch. Here's where it launched. Big giant green candle, popped down a little bit, and then back up to now that's 3.5 algo cents. Is it? That's strange. Because it looked like it was worth a lot more than that. Look, it was worth about 3 cents, 3.5 cents total. Maybe this isn't. Oh yeah, Grammo USD. Sorry about that. So it is 3.5 cents. And what we've seen, these things tend to pump right away and then fall off a cliff. So slowly, it's sort of a slow. I shouldn't say fall off a cliff. It's more of a long slope down. So we'll see how that goes. And then sometimes they pop back up. There are people talking about it. Yeah, pretty much just all the. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Oh, I see. You can switch it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that is Grammo, and I'm very curious to see how that ends up going. In fact, actually, let me look at, before I even go, I do want to look at the website here, so just give me a second. In case you're wondering, still no viewers. Here's their launch page. Basically, just kind of telling you to go to Tiny Man is what it looks like. I know they said come here. Oh, they actually have like it looks like. Oh, they have like it embedded. Oh, that's really neat. This is really cool. They actually have Tiny Man embedded into their website. I've never seen that before. Have you guys seen that? That's really cool. Who's their partners? So this is a British company. Greenpoint CBD store, CBD by SG Trainers, and then if you want to be a new partner, you can click there. So they don't have a lot of partners yet, but kind of cool that this is really neat. We have real people, kind of. F. Ferdinand, Peter Seuss, I pronounce it, Don Chevy. We don't do the hoodies. It kind of makes you guys look like Unabombers, but that's cool. So they got people right on. Okay. Oh no, interesting. So I listen with when it comes to these meme tokens, I'd be really, really cautious with them. I mean, if you're going to put a little bit in just for fun, that's fine. But this could be a really awesome thing, or it could just do nothing. So definitely keep that in mind. Be cautious. Be careful with this stuff. But I think this is a pretty cool project, and it's not just like the THC stuff, but just the CBD stuff alone. Could be cool to get these rewards through the crypto thing right through your Algorand wallet. Well, still no viewers on Kick, but I feel like we're gonna get one. I really do. I think we're gonna get one. Oh, the green stuff seemed to scare my audience off. It's working, right? I'm not just missing it. No, not yet. Hey, Gilbert. Gilbert's in. So we did have somebody. Oh, there you are. You're there now too. Must have just chatted. Welcome to the show, Gilbert. Thanks for joining us today. I just wanted to check. And if you guys use Kick, I am on Kick too. We're trying to get one viewer over there. I'm just going to be really excited if I get one viewer. So I don't know. I just thought I'd try it out, and I'm not expecting much today, but it's really easy just to have it stream over there too. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And I don't know if any of you guys use Kick. I'm really curious what your thoughts are on it. Seems kind of cool. I could see a point where if both the YouTube chat and the Kick chat were going, it might be hard to keep up with both of them, but it pretty much cost me nothing to try it out. So anyway, let me get a drink here. Okay, back on. So this next one, Alchemon, what is going on with it? Is Alchemon all over with, or is Algorand coming back? Alchemon coming back, or just taking a break? Let me take a look. Thinker Plato, like your videos. I appreciate that, Thinker. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching. Really great to have you here. Okay, so a while back, I started hearing rumors that Alchemon had just sort of disappeared, and that seems strange because I actually had Clifford on my channel. I've talked to him, so I talked to him pretty extensively. I think I was one of the first ones to actually have Clifford on my channel, as a matter of fact, interview him. And I wanted to have him on just because I wanted to know what did it take to build a game on Algorand or on a blockchain in the first place. And it turns out they're really separate things. The blockchain smart contract part is kind of really separate from the game development part, but then there's the integration. So it's tricky. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling about that, but now it seems, and I met him at the Cypher too. I met him in person after having interviewed him. So it was very alarming to hear that maybe something was going on with Alchemon. Well, I kind of looked into it, and here's kind of where it started. And this one came from Cody.algo. I think we've interacted before. And it started off with, I don't know who runs the Algo Foundation Twitter account, but whoever decides the tweets needs to stay updated with the projects and the community. They're literally advertising a dead project where the founders ran off. We'll find out that is not exactly true, but this was after the foundation tweeted, "Who doesn't love collecting monsters? Algorand NFT is an OG game in Algorand." It was, yes, collect monsters, participate in NFT staking, crafting, and trading and battling this in this epic card game. Did he get any response? A lot of people were asking questions. They were they're really trying to figure out what exactly was going on with Alchemon. So I went through their Discord, and there wasn't an announcement since April, and all the mentions in the Discord, I have them on my other screen, but all the mentions were like, "What is going on with this thing? We haven't heard from him. We don't know what the deal with Alchemon is." Like, they used to give out regular awards. Also, we can, in fact, I'll show you this because their Twitter also really quiet. By the way, I appreciate that, Thinker Plato. I will keep fighting for Algorand and for the other ones I follow as well. And I actually reached out to them. They did not respond to me. But as you can see, the last tweet from the Alchemon account was April 8th, announcing the hunting ground winners. So that's not great. So there's some wallets of the people who won. And then there was one from March 31st. So, they were posting fairly regularly, as you can see. And then suddenly just nothing. I reached out to this account, didn't hear a thing. So I was left to wonder, like, well, what is going on here? I reached out to Alchemon, they did not respond. But then I have some screenshots here from the Discord. This is where we actually learn what happened. Is that one? Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here it is. So Clifford actually responded in Discord. Now, this was after I checked on last Friday. So let's read through this because this is, I think, important to say. And this might be a little tough to read, but I'll read it. He says, "Hey all, just want to get everyone an update." And this was June. Actually, what day was this? Yeah, this is June 16th in the evening. So this is Friday night, I believe. He said, "I want to give everyone an update. Short version, my life blew up. While not fair for Alchemon, I had to focus on other aspects of my life for the past few months. Basically, the same time we ran out of funds, my personal life exploded, and I've had to focus on that." So there's more going on. They actually ran out of funds, apparently. Well, I don't quite know how transparent I want to be in my personal life, which is totally fair. That's none of our business. We get it. I will tell you, at this time, we were told by our investors to increase our runway as much as possible in Q3 of last year. Just survived the bear market. I haven't been paid by Alchemon since October of last year, outside of one paycheck before Christmas. The bear and constant bad news in crypto and Algorand spaces have made it very difficult to want to extract more algo from the existing user base. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't really know how to push forward and sell things in this environment for the needed capital to keep moving Alchemon forward. So the plan has been to cut costs and survive until the market conditions improve. I really wasn't thinking I'd be this inactive for this. Really wasn't thinking I'd be this inactive for this long, and definitely didn't want my absence to produce this result, so I apologize for that. I do love Alchemon and anyone that has ever supported us, so I'll be more active and try harder to show that love. I am working on a few ideas that will reward existing holders, but I am also interested in hearing what the community thinks should be done. For now, I will leave you with my favorite unreleased Alchemon, Toucanon, everyone. Toucanon is the name of the Alchemon there. I can't get on Discord on this computer, so that's it. And then Cody said, "I would like to thank Clifford for the transparency report. I would also like to apologize for my previous statements." Yeah, so we should pick that apart a little bit. Absolutely great that Clifford came out and said that. I think he probably should have came out and said that earlier, but I suppose one thing I found with crypto projects is that people really want updates often, especially in an environment where rug pulls are really common, where projects suddenly go dark. Pretty important to keep those updates coming. So I'm really glad that he came out and made that statement on Discord. Did it in a pretty transparent manner. I don't totally don't expect him to say whatever the personal thing is. That's his business. That's nobody else's business. But definitely got to tell people when you're going to like abandon a project. Like I said, the Alcamon Twitter account hadn't tweeted since April, so glad that he came out and let that go. Interesting about the bear market, I think his investors probably gave him good advice, but I also think that just because it's a bear market doesn't mean there aren't people who actually have money to spend. I think we've seen that there are still people buying stuff. I'm buying things. A lot of people are. Just because the crypto market is down doesn't mean that like everyone doesn't have money to spend. So I think when your business model is built on selling products to a customers, I don't think the crypto price should necessarily reflect that. Maybe you're selling them for a little less, and I think you could raise prices in algo as well to cover that. But I don't see a problem with continuing to sell stuff for your project. I think that's better than just simply like kind of cutting things off and leaving everyone wondering. Because I think some people are struggling right now, but I don't think everybody is. I think a lot of people are actually doing quite well, except for the whole inflation thing. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. Anyway, I guess the bottom line is that's what's going on with Alcamon. It's sad to see all these projects struggling right now. I know the Algorand Price has hurt just about everybody. I had a sponsorship deal in the works that I had to let go, or well, I haven't heard from them, so I'm guessing it's dead. Probably because of the bear market, and I frankly felt a little bad about asking. I was going to reach out and follow up, and I'm like, it's probably the bear market, so I still might do that, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I'm hoping that there's like a part of me that really hopes that we're pretty close to the bottom and that we'll start moving up again. So cross your fingers and let's hope. Hey, Millennia Wealth Education, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. And also, Gilbert says buying algo as much as I reasonably can at these low prices. There's a lot of low prices and a lot of crypto, and I think it's a good time. This is the time when you actually make the money. It's the time when everybody's the least excited about it is when you make the most money in crypto and frankly every other asset. When people are not excited about stocks, that's when you really ought to be buying in. I mean, I'm a big fan of dollar cost averaging anyway, but at times like these, when you can shovel more money in. I mean, I've told this story on this podcast a million times, or this show a million times, but during the pandemic is when I made the most gains on my stock portfolio because I just kept buying in at super low prices during the crash, and then when it recovered, all of a sudden it just really blew up. My account blew up. So your crypto account will do that too, and it'll seem like magic. So that's all I'm gonna say. And still haven't gotten our first viewer on Kick. We might go the whole show without doing it. And nobody betting. I thought people would bet when I'd get my first viewer on Kick, but nothing yet. So, all right, let me clear some screens here. Maybe I'll do this. I got so much stuff. Well, I got two more. All right, let me get a drink. Yeah, I mean, it should probably be some indication that there's like a recommended on the side, and there's some people with 1,000, and then there's one with like 14 that they're recommending. But I don't know. I just think the Kick thing's kind of interesting. I just wanted to try it out and see how it does. All right, two more items for you. So you all know that things were not looking good between the SEC and Gary Gensler and Binance. Well, it looks like the judge just signed off on a deal between Binance USA and the SEC. So this was a little bit of a surprise. Also, we're going to look at maybe Gary Gensler's in a little bit of hot water. Let's check this out. So, a federal judge signed off on a temporary agreement between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, global crypto exchange Binance, and its U.S. affiliate to have Binance.US take steps to ensure only local employees can access customer funds as the regulator and companies work through an SEC lawsuit. That is a handful. Anyway, long story short, a federal judge signed off on a temporary agreement that between the U.S. SEC and Binance and its U.S. affiliate, and that will ensure that only local employees can access customer funds, because the whole deal was that they were mishandling customer funds, basically. Parties announced a deal late Friday to ensure that... My dog's just grumbling. Parties announced a deal late Friday to ensure that only Binance.US employees can access customer funds in the short term, which Judge Amy Berman Jackson of the District Court for the District of Columbia signed early Saturday. Judge also ordered the parties to begin proposing timelines for the broader lawsuit. And according to the proposed agreement, Binance.US will take steps to make sure that no officials from Binance Holdings, the global exchange, have access to private keys for wallets or hardware wallets, or root access to Binance.US's Amazon Web Services tools. The US-based crypto trading platform will share detailed information about its business expenses, including estimated costs in the coming week. Yeah, so basically they're trying to prevent Binance from doing anything close to what FTX was doing, commingling funds and having access across those borders. But it seems even worse because money from FTX, and who did a really great job of this? CoffeeZilla really exposed how this was being mishandled. But these funds that were supposed to be for regular users, and they should have been there for people to withdraw because they weren't supposed to touch them, they were getting sent over to Alameda when they absolutely were not supposed to. And that was on FTX side. So Sam Bankman-Fried really got caught with his pants down when finally CoffeeZilla confronted him on Spaces. And that was his third attempt. So he did a great job in the third attempt. But speaking of the SEC, I thought it was on here. Correct. Oh, that was for the next one. Let me pull this one up. So this one's better. Let's see if we can play this. I spent $30,000 for 90,000 algo. I hope it will go up. Yeah, I hope it does too. Definitely. You put a lot of money in. Well, if it's ever worth $1 again, think how good you'll be. So this one's really interesting. Is Gary Gensler's job at risk? Well, we're going to take a look at why that might be, as well as look at BlackRock's ETF access. Bitcoin ETF. We'll get to that. Gary Gensler's job at risk. U.S. lawmakers file SEC Stabilization Act to fire Gary Gensler. I love it. United States Representative Warren Davidson, I'm guessing, is a Republican, because Republicans have kind of taken crypto side, which is really interesting. Not what I expected. Warren Davidson has introduced the SEC Stabilization Act into the House of Representatives. One of the bill's main provisions is to fire Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler. The bill would remove Gensler from office and redistribute power between the SEC chair and the commissioners. It would also add a sixth commissioner to the agency, disallow any party from holding a majority on the commission, and create an executive director position. The SEC declined to comment further on the matter. Well, of course it did. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that, because you know what I have a problem with Gary Gensler? It's not that he's attacking crypto or that he's trying to bring regulation to crypto, It's that he's been purposely, and I think he's working with some other people behind the scenes, some other lawmakers like Elizabeth Warren. We know he was colluding with her to share questions and answers before what was supposed to be a grilling session turned into Gary Gensler getting a bunch of softball questions, which he had answers to provided to him beforehand. But we know, I mean, it's not that he's attacking crypto; it's the fact that he's making it purposely vague. It's like, hey, you're not following the rules. So what rules aren't we following? Well, we're not going to tell you. Well, can we clarify what the rules are? No, you can't. Can we? Is there a way for us? Oh, by the way, you didn't register your securities platform. Well, is there a way for me to do that? Nope. It's like, it's just so ridiculous. And I mean, it's so transparently ridiculous, and which is funny because Gary Gensler when he was a teacher at MIT and taught a class on cryptography and cryptocurrencies. Suddenly, he had a very different tune than he does now about cryptocurrency. So, it's a little weird to have a bill that fires somebody. I think that's a little odd, and I think whoever is in office next is probably going to take a look at Gary's role on the SEC, whether that still continues. But I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a great bill because I think we definitely should redistribute power, and they should add something in there that talks about transparency and actually responding to people when they ask for clarity. I think it's ridiculous that you could get these warnings and told to comply with the law, and they won't tell you how to comply with the law or even what you've done wrong. I really misspoke that there, but it's okay. This fact that they won't tell you what you did wrong, but then you're supposed to somehow correct it is just ridiculous, right? And then this next one is really interesting. We're going to scroll down a little bit. So BlackRock is applying for a big spot Bitcoin ETF, and this would be the U.S. first if ever approved. Let's take a look at this. So BlackRock, the world's largest investment company, has filed an application for a Bitcoin spot exchange traded fund. It would be the first crypto spot ETF in the United States if it receives approval. According to the filing, Coinbase Custody Trust Company would be the custodian of the fund, and the Bank of New York Mellon would custody its fiat. The SEC has not approved a spot Bitcoin ETF so far, despite numerous applicants. The world's first spot-traded Bitcoin ETF was Canada's Purpose Bitcoin ETF, set up in early 2021. Yeah, that's really interesting. I think a Bitcoin ETF would be a great thing. I'm not sure what the spot Bitcoin exchange means, but it's pretty cool. I think it's neat that they're going to do that, and I think a company like BlackRock, like if anyone has clout with the SEC and just with lawmakers in general, it's going to be BlackRock. So if anyone could pull it off, it probably would be them. Say what you want about them, but they might actually pave the way for Bitcoin ETFs. That's going to allow people who aren't like crypto people like us to maybe get a little piece of the Bitcoin action. So yeah, could be very interesting to see what transpires there. Let's see. Still nobody on Kick. Come on, Kick people. Come on up. My recommendations have been cycling through now, so more people online. Interesting. But nothing yet. Let's see. How are you people doing? Good, it looks like. Everyone's quiet. So yeah, the only thing I want to leave with is... So I've been playing through Fractal Monsters lately again because I wanted to check out what the Pepe thing was all about. And apparently you can make... From what I can tell, you can make about 55,000 Pepe a day playing Fractal Monsters just by winning games in the versus mode, which appears to be the computer as far as I can tell, because I'm still winning them quite handily. So, I mean, you can earn a bunch of Pepe for playing for about 5 minutes a day. I think that's kind of neat. I didn't try out the Coop part. And then interesting also that on Zone, they also have Pepe and Coop platforms and games where those are the prizes. So I think that's kind of interesting that Pepe and Coop seem to be taking over the Algorand space. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Coop, but it's basically started by Coop Daniels of the Recoup YouTube channel. It sounded like it was basically a way to sort of make fun of meme coins, and it just sort of took off on its own. Now he got rid of all of them. He didn't keep any for himself. So I think he just wanted to try out the experiment, which is probably a good way to do it. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually extraordinarily easy to start a coin on Algorand. It's like literally 4 fields. In fact, maybe I can show you guys this. Let me see. I just want to look this up and see if I can find. Apparently, there's 8. Well, let's see. Creator, asset name, unit name, total, decimals, default, frozen, URL, and meta hash data. But of those, only 4 are required. You only need a creator, total, decimals, and here I'll show you this. I'm going to actually show you guys. This isn't the chart to do it, and I'm surprised they don't link to it, but this is what you need. You need a creator, a creator, total, decimals, and default frozen. That's all. Those are the 4 things you need. And do they have? I just want to see if they actually have. There's more to it that you can do. They have all the like asset functions and stuff, but that's not what I'm looking for. Let me keep going. Was it here? No, that's not it. Well, I'd have to find it. I'm not going to mess around with it tonight. I thought I'd be able to find it really quick. I saved the post where it kind of explains how to do that. So Kurt says, I'd rather win some algo. Meme coins just need to die off. Yeah. I agree with you, Kurt. I just don't think it's ever going to happen as the PayPay thing and all these other ones show. It's like people just love meme coins. I mean, I don't get it either. I don't think they're fun. I'm not really a big fan of ASAs in general, to be honest. I don't mind receiving them, but I'm usually going to flip them around for algo or whatever, whatever the coin, whatever chain I'm on, whether it's Near or HBAR. By the way, one thing I was going to say about Near Protocol, I was on the wallet recently, and it used to be like the wallet also was like the portal to all their ecosystems. So you could find all the dApps and games and NFT projects were all kind of in one place. And I noticed they don't do that anymore. Have you guys noticed that? I don't know if you guys use Near at all, but I'm a big fan of it. I've been buying more lately, but kind of strange because that was one of the things I really, really liked about Near. It was all kind of centralized in one place. You didn't have to hunt around. And I think I'm dying here anyway. So let me see. Hold on. Well, I was just about to shut off anyway. I wish all the meme coins are made on Dogecoin. I like it. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see if we can get it back here. I might be out of battery, so here we go. All right. Well, it's probably running out of juice. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing well out there today. Looks like we never got a viewer. Maybe I'll say that we did have one for a little bit, but never got a viewer on Kick, but plenty on YouTube. So we'll keep trying it. I just think it's fun to like try other platforms and stuff. So appreciate everyone joining me. I hope you have a great day. Remember these times are where you make the money. Okay. It sucks. It's not fun, but this is where you make the money. So keep that in mind. Remember a ledger for maximum safety. Get your stuff off exchanges as much as possible. And as always, I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you